Welcome then here to Leucate Mondial Duvon. You've just joined us in an epic set of semi-finals of the men. We've just had the first one done. I'm sitting here with Craig Cunningham from Duotone. How's it going, Craig?
Yeah, it's pretty good, Lewis. Conditions are pretty strong here. I've got some waves in my coffee cup on the walk up to the live stream center here.
Yeah, I've managed to sneak out there this morning and I was on a 9 and I was lit. It was for sure 35 to 40 knots. I think it's just come down a little bit now, but what we're seeing here, we've seen the first, just to fill you in on what's happened here today, it's been so windy, there's actually been some concerns, I think is the right word, with the mayor of the town and the safety of the riders, but we've managed to get to a nice place now where we're continuing on with the event after a long break. What we did miss on the live stream was the first semi-final. Here's Liam Whaley, I think there. Look, he barely unhooked. I'm not sure what size he's on, but I think it's a 7, to give you an idea of how windy it actually is here. And he is in semi number 2. Kokoluto, Whaley, Teixeira, and Teixeira. Oh, I think that was a Mobe, which has just been crashed by Liam Whaley, Teixeira and Mario. And they will join the 2 winners advancing from that other semi-final, which I believe was with Rodriguez, who absolutely ripped it, Craig. Did you see that heat?
Yeah, I did. I watched it here from the beach, and yeah, Val was absolutely shredding along with Max, and Pastor had some good tricks as well, just coming up a little bit short.
Yeah, it was unfortunate for Pastor, but that was for sure the windier of the 2 semi-finals, I think, and it was quite something to watch because we actually saw big air introduced by the guys this time, Craig, and it was like completely natural, you know. It was filling one of their 4 tricks in some cases. It was scoring around 4. Rodriguez actually did a mega loop with a double back roll. I thought that should have scored more for me. That was pretty inventive. But here we go on your screens right now. Look at that for a gust, which is just here. Who's that on our screens right there?
That's Bebe, I think.
That's Bebe. I know, you're right. Yeah. So very often, Craig, in the world of kiteboarding, everyone seems to think that these guys from warmer climates can't deal with these conditions, but they usually show us they can.
Yeah, it takes them a few events usually, but it doesn't take Bebe any time to get used to it now. He's a vet on the tour. He proved it last year that he can deal with the conditions, and yeah, I don't think it's going to affect him at all today.
Here he goes unhooking, using the white water. Heart attack, that was pretty good.
Yeah, clean, yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure these pictures are actually showing you how strong it is out there, but I mean, I'll give you an idea, is that we had a few cameras broken because they just haven't been able to stand on their platforms. Well, that's all you need to know, to be honest. Like, cameras broken, live stream went from, no, we can't do this, to once again, quite an incredible bit of work to rearrange everything. We've got this little tower down here, which is really helping us. But on your screens now then, that looks like Liam Whaley to me, Craig.
That is Liam. Looks like he's got his hair tucked back. Yep.
Mobe again, just checking his speed there. And so this shot you're getting here is actually off the tower, I think now. Or is it off the tower, this one? Don't know, it looks like it's a bit higher.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it earlier when I saw one of the camera guys come back with his rig just fully salted and sanded and telling it just blown over when he was checking the menus.
Oh, big caner there with a heart attack. That looks like set. And I wonder if Liam, either we missed his trick or he was timed out. What do you think there?
Yeah, hard to say. I think
marked.
the camera guys are just sorting out the angles and stuff. It's been a bit of a scramble this morning, so we'll probably be just missing a few things here and there for the first little bit, but I'm sure as the finals roll around, things are going to be dialed in.
Morning. There's Barry there, the coach of Natalie Lambret. Another crash here, so you're starting to see the conditions testing these riders. Now, we should talk about that first semi-finals. You didn't see it live. It really was a Chablos, which was riding very strong.
Yep.
Alex Pastor pushed him all the way. He knows how to deal with this in Levante. Antaraka had a hard time out there, maybe doesn't ride these conditions, but the Colombian rider, and they have told me the Colombians, they do get strong winds. But
he does. His home spot's super windy.
People say they get windy conditions, and my first instinct is like, well, how windy is it, you know? But it obviously does nuke it. Yep. He was very comfortable on a 6. I think most impressive thing for me, forget the riding, even though that was incredible, was just the mindset of this guy, that he brought a 6 and 7 here. He's done his research. I'm hearing about guys that know what they're doing who've only brought 8s to Leucate.
Well, let's not give him too much credit. He actually was riding the kite of Mika Sol there on the 6. He came up to me on the beach and was wondering if you had a 7, and I said, actually, you might be wanting to search for a 6 as well. So go ask your teammate Mika if you can rip her kites. And, yeah, I think it's just rookie on tour. He's telling me, you know, it was going to be too much weight to bring too many kites. And I said, hey, don't just let us know about the baggage fees, but make sure you bring the kites you need. So
okay.
Clean back mob there from Liam.
Yeah.
But yeah, just actually that just shows the pure talent of Val that he hopped on that 6 meter for the first time.
Yeah.
He's never ridden that kite before. I don't think he's ridden the 7 either.
That was pretty impressive, wasn't it? He was out in front in that heat the whole time. He was like, no one was catching him.
To be honest, I think the reason he hasn't been riding those kites either is because when it does get really windy, he's just going to stay on a 9 meter or 8 meter and go out for some big loop sessions. So typically the guys aren't trying to do, you know, these freestyle tricks in this sort of wind, so it's kind of down to skill and a little bit of luck sometimes.
Let's fill you in on this then. So 3rd trick attempts just being laid down. It's Carlos Mario, highest ranked, and he gets to finish the set of tricks each time. So he gets to always react how he wants. That's what you get when you're highest ranked and you progress through the competition the best.
Yes, sir.
He's won all of his stuff. Here he comes left foot forward on a Port Leucate port tack. And on a Port Leucate, there's his
say that time 10 times fast.
Turning around, smugged it off. I think the riders are getting a minute and a half now, actually, Craig, to do their tricks. I mean, for my session earlier, I needed like a 20-minute timer just to do a big scent loop. But the waves, it's actually a bit onshore today, so it's very hard to explain the current. I didn't appreciate how much current there was here until I rode this morning, and it was really hard work. I mean, it took, you know, we had 3 minutes to get back with this minute thing yesterday. Now they're getting about 5, but it's still a lot because we probably will see some kite loops here.
Yep.
I think, Craig. But here's Carlos Mario taking his time. He looks like he's going to start right foot forwards. What do you think he's going to go for here? Front blind mode, have we seen that from him yet? I'm going to assume that's his safety here, Craig.
Front blind mode.
Well, he's hitting some gusts here, so even Carlos Mario, here he goes. I mean, who wants to get key? He's found flat. Yeah, front blind. Oh, front to blind. He's kind of ridden out of that, so that's going to score. But that really gives you an idea of how insanely strong these conditions are. After world champions, you know, we've seen guys today and girls unhook and disappear out of vision downwind because they just never got a break from the wind. You know, literally straight downwind. Here's that replay, powered by Capital.com. Trade smart. Ride smart. Who's going to ride smart here today, Craig?
Hard to say. Let's see. Hopefully some guys can put together some heats, because right now it's looking super tough seeing guys crashing tricks like back mobs and heart attacks. So yesterday was actually prime conditions for a spot like this. It couldn't have been too much better. The guys were on 9s and 11s. I think the girls were on 7s and 9s at some point. Maybe few heats on 6s, but for the most part it was a lot more manageable than today.
Yeah, it's with these waves you just feel like you don't get any. It's hard to find power on the way out, and that's what we're seeing here. I had this earlier when I was on a 9 earlier. I was set up just a bigger and I just couldn't get power. Look at that white water moving left, you know. It feels almost like being in the Netherlands or one of those beaches where the whole channel is just pulling down or up depending on the wind angle. But here's Sesh. Oh, just missing a slim chance there and a face caner. Just ended up going back to our normal screen. So it's still all to play for then in this second semi-final. And we're seeing some interesting moves as these guys really try and adapt. Welcome everybody onto the live stream today. I'm sitting here with Craig Cunningham. I'm Lewis Crathen, and we'll be talking you through this epic conclusion here at the Mondial de Vent in Leucate. It's the GKA Freestyle World Tour. First round of the year, and what an exciting round it's been, Craig. We've seen quite some different conditions than we were expecting here in Leucate.
Well, this is what I was always expecting. I've actually never been before, and this is...
You're expecting gnarly.
I was expecting this sort of conditions, and when I saw what was going down yesterday, I was actually pretty pleased for the riders to have a little bit... Oh, Just clean slim there from
Yeah.
Coccoluto.
Yeah. Barely unspin a bar before getting nailed.
Oh, I see we've got you and Jaspin chiming in here on the live stream comments.
Megaloop. He's demanding the Megaloop. You'll see one here. We saw a Megaloop with a double back roll, like a delayed one, and then just thrown in for the hell of it by Rodriguez.
Yeah, in the first round.
Didn't score enough for me. It was like pretty decent stuff.
Well, he was on a 6, so I'm sure if he was on a 9, he would have blasted it. It was a good one still.
Even on a 6, it was actually...
I mean, he is only 16. He doesn't weigh that much.
It was credible.
For sure.
It was a credible loop. So do leave us your comments on the Facebook feed.
And just replying to you, and yes, riders are allowed to do mega loops. It was scored earlier. What did Val end up getting for that double back roll mega loop?
I think it was a 4, low 4. But in these conditions, it actually is, it's becoming one of your 4 moves. And just to remind you, Ewan, and some of the other, and everyone else listening, that this whole talk about introducing big air to the tour was not really foreseen to be introduced here. It's not even really, this isn't even a big air event. They've got 2 events out of the 6 this year. We've just had confirmed the Canary Islands. 2 out of the 6 will be more biased to big air. And what they said to the riders is you can discard 2 events this year, so it will still reward the wake style guy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no point being amazing at big air and doing well in those 2. You just wouldn't really be able to deal with it with the other ones.
Exactly.
But we didn't expect it to happen here. But what I like about this, Craig, is it's actually happened naturally. No one was asked to do anything. It was the girls. Actually, Pippa Van Ursel deserves a lot of respect for starting to pull the loops in her heats. And here we go. There we go. Whoa,
yeah.
It's a biggie. Stick it. He does.
Yeah,
so
clean.
just as we were talking about it.
Exactly.
I mean, not even really. That was pretty good filming for Ty, actually.
Exactly.
Nailed that. I mean, I'm a world champion. The tour, he's a big deal.
No idea.
He's really happy about this because it's happened. It's happened naturally. And Aduri Corniel's been out there already, vice world champion. He's not in the event anymore, but he's been out there practicing big air. And doing his freestyle tricks in this. So it's no one's been told to do anything here. It's actually just happened. So there you go on your screens is Teixeira. Take a look at the live scores. You can look at the live scores too.
Well, we've got some heavy hitters tuning in here as well. The guy that I was hoping to see here at this first stop, Mark Jacobs. We got Lucas Arsenal, shredder from Canada, Artem Garanchenko, teammate of ours from Russia.
Where were they?
The man, the myth, the legend, Andre, one of the best photographers in the game. Ollie Bridge just tuned in. Julian Cricken.
Bebe. Here goes Bebs into 5, bit of a butt check, but it's going to put him in first place. Bebe, the only one to how good is this from Bebe? 4 tricks in a row, Craig.
Clean.
Bang, that's easy going to put him up in first.
Alex Hapgood's tuning in as well here.
Nice.
Everybody.
Where are you, Alex? That weren't too far a drive. Could have made that here. Portugal, I think he is.
He's saying it looks like hailing.
Looks like hailing. Actually, it does. I think it does look on like hailing. I mean, Worthing would be much cleaner and epic right now, but hailing on these big swells, it is. So just to remind you, I've been out this morning on. I took a 9. It was pretty strong, but what you don't see off this live stream is here we go, front blind mode, nice. Front to blind in the end from Sesh. Needed the trick there. He's had 2 crashes and a low score in BJ. The current is taking you so downwind. It's unreal. So actually going out to sea, even on a 9 earlier, going out to sea where I had plenty of power, the sea just sucked the energy out of my board. It was like very difficult to use waves for jumping. Obviously these guys are freestyling, so they're actually trying to just get downwind and find a flat spot. We have seen in the first semi-finals riders ending up way out the zone because they're literally riding so far downwind. Whoa, here we go. Pro Mode 5.
Oh, that was sick.
Yeah.
That was really nice. I mean, it doesn't quite have the amplitude as some of the other tricks, but these toe side tricks off kickers, I really have a special spot for those. Toe side tricks off the flat, there's only a few guys who really do them well for me, but
especially in these conditions.
Exactly, and using the kickers like that and applying that trick to the conditions was good work from
We saw some real skill there, board control, piloting of the kite. That was the way he just went into toe side.
Super good rotation.
Yeah,
Flipped it right over.
Yeah.
Clean.
interesting tactics, doing what he knows he can do. And that's a good move for Coccoluto. They needed a 2.79 to move up second. He's got that 6.67, which is...
hopefully we see some more kickers used in the rest of this heater in the finals.
Front blind mode just crashes a bit there, doesn't it? Was that front blind? Or?
Yeah, I think it was front blind mode.
Yeah, I know, he's already got one, so I think it would have been a crow mode maybe. He's got a 6.97 front blind mode. It would have made no sense to me, Craig, for him to redo that, so I can only assume that was a crow mode, but I apologise, we caught that one late.
Oh, Alex Hapgood's chirping us here, saying he's in sunny Portugal. Surf's pumping. Albie's just tuned in. Jerome Cloten's. What's up, guys?
What changed? There was no one yesterday, like, you know. Okay. I mean, there was people, but not all your mates.
It's finals day.
Have you got it set up so you can just see who the mates are?
No, it's everybody. This is just...
okay. Finals day, that's what's happened, and it's Nukin. And it's very unusual, this wind direction. Those of you that have competed in Leucate, this is coming from the right. It's a southerly, and we've moved 20 minutes south. We're not out the main beach because it's protected by that hill. Here's Carlos Mario on your screen. Releases the bar, turns around, says Tessier on the live scoring. You can get on that GKA kiteworldtour.com/live. It's all there. In the meanwhile, we join Carlos Mario back. He's in second place. Liam Whaley did do for a Chrome Mode 5. That was a Chrome Mode 5 of 5.8, which puts him in the lead. And this is actually going to get quite close now. Tessier is down, way down at the moment, and is going to have to do some special tricks. But at the moment, we've got a three-way fight for the top two, Craig. Here he goes then. Unhooked on the inside. 317, surely not.
Ooh.
Setting up for it, though, wasn't he, Craig?
Oh, he could have used that little kicker on the inside for a combo. I don't think that scores anything, but... man, it is nuking out there.
7
seen
meter.
Bebe doing 315s.
It's a 7 meter RPM. Weren't you telling me you never saw him use anything else other than an 11 or something?
No, it's a 12. He's
12,
normally like riding the 12 all the time. The other day I saw him riding a 9 and just not looking that happy at all, just like kind of a straight face. And then the wind dropped a little bit and he came in to grab his 12 and he was just grinning ear to ear. It was hilarious. He was so happy to be back on that 12 meter. So I'm sure... riding the 7's rattling him a little bit here. Still quite in the lead by a good couple points. But yeah, Liam and Coccoluto hot on his tail.
Big thanks to our live stream sponsors, Capital.com. And also we have to say thanks to Lip Sunglasses. We gave a pair of those out yesterday. UJ, you'll be happy to know. As a prize, and we'll be talking about them a bit more today. Of course, Case Productions done an unbelievable job here. Over 3 years they've supported the tour, Craig, and what we've seen here is an incredible effort of demonstrating some flexibility with this new unified GKA Kite World Tour. We've moved spot 20 minutes, and then again we've moved stuff all around today as cameras broke. And pretty cool team here actually that can just deal with it. You know, it's quite fun to work with.
I've just seen the parents of Mika tune in, as well as Rita. Rita, come on down to the beach. We want to see you down on the beach here today.
She's got a shiny coat today. Just saw the shiny coat from the rear earlier, and I was like, that has to be Rita. It's like a gold shiny coat. I was that confident it was her. I just shouted, Rita, and she turned around with matching golden glasses. Always pretty happy around the event. So, wow, look at this. Here we see this downwinder that the riders have to go on for 100 metres to unhook on the way out. God, would you want to unhook in that? What KGP was it? Back to blind, I think.
Yeah, back to blind.
In the end, but only Liam Whaley so far has utilised the kite loop in it. He scored a 6.57 for that. That outscored any kite loop we've seen by about 2.5 already today. I wonder if Carlos Mario is going to use it. It kind of, well, it doesn't look like he needs to. He's out in front at the moment. Interesting times then. This is, okay, Tessier, definitely fourth. Can't change anything. Coccoluto needs a 6.55 for second. He's on your screen now. The duotone rider from Sicily has to do a 6.55. He's done a front blind mode. He's done a back mode. He's done a slim. He's done a chrome mode 5. Will he do a hinter mode 5? What do you think, Craig?
It's going to be hard to say what he's going to do. Maybe it's going to be a front blind mode Does he have one of those already?
Nothing really to upgrade here. It's got to be into mob. That would be the safest.
Oh, he does
move.
have a good front blind mob already.
Yeah, it is 5. Needed it
Clean.
5. I think he needed it 5 though to get a 6.55, Craig. I'm not sure. What else have we got here? We haven't really got. Yeah, 6.9 was for a 5 from Mario. So this might be the end of the road for Cockoluto. Who knows? It was executed pretty well, Craig. So let's see, Liam.
So we have
we'll wait for that score, and he will actually know. So we're waiting eagerly to see that score coming from Cockoluto.
We have Rita chiming back in here, saying that her and Therese are just sitting in the car because it's so crazy on the beach, and that is true. We're not seeing nearly as many people on the beach because you're just getting sandpaper blasted.
Mac ruined.
And Simon Westbrook is wondering what size kites these guys are on. I just saw Bebe's on a 7. I think Coco Ludo as well.
Some of the other men,
7 or an 8.
Yeah, the first semi-final we had Rodriguez on a 6 as well. That score's still not coming in, so they're really having to discuss this. Will they force Liam to do? What is this? Is this set? Why are we on him? It's confused me a bit.
I'm curious to see what they score Coco Ludo on that last trick.
Yeah. Still not come in that, so this is exciting.
There must be some debate up there between the judges.
Yeah, I think this is close enough that they're saying, look, a 5 scored 6.9. That I think that's the discussion going on up there now. I mean, they're not really allowed to discuss things, but I think possibly some of... What do you think online? Do you think this should put him in second place? Oh, it hasn't. 6.37. So he just missed out, unfortunately, for him. Oh, he missed out there by 17, I think, 0.17. I think that's about right.
Harsh deal there for Coco Ludo.
Yeah, so unlucky for Cockoluto. Whaley knows he's done enough. What's he going to do? He's going to do another looper. He's done a back mob, a front blind mob, a kite loop, pro mob 5. I think we might see a heart attack on the way out, possibly, or a mob. Is he going to line up a mob? What do you think he's going to do?
I don't think he's going to do a big air trick because, yeah, I think he knows he needs to.
It just didn't look right from the start, that, did it? It just sort of whipped him round.
Yeah, he knew he needed something quite big, 7.67 or above, to move in front of Carlos to get seeded better into the finals. But, yeah.
I mean, bothered, I bet he's happy to get through.
I'm sure he's happy in the second place there. But.
So, unfortunately for Cockoluto and Teixeira, that's going to be the end of the day. Carlos Mario, can he get into the 30s here? Getting stupidly windy. Kite Loop KGB, that's what... We don't see those anymore. I think I saw one of those about 9 years ago.
Come on, Tom, come out to the next event and have a Kite Loop KGB. It'd be sick to see you on tour.
I saw that in a final with Aaron against Yuri, where Aaron, I think, was equal or just winning, and then he threw a reverse grabbed Mega Loop KGB, and they didn't know how to score it. They just didn't know how to score it. And then he won the event, and that was like 10 years ago. What a joke.
I mean, I think we're going to start to see that stuff back on tour this year.
I think so. I mean, it's pretty crazy stuff, but...
See some Jesse Richmond type tricks, some double half cab, mob, kite loop stuff.
How cool is that? Didn't know how to score it. Didn't know what to call it. Didn't know what they'd just seen. That's like... There's NBD and there's... Don't know what it is.
Ian Sloiter's calling for some old school down loop KGBs.
Ooh, anything down loop related.
I don't know about that, matey.
Went so under the radar, that stuff. Down loop slips and stuff. I remember I was around at that time doing freestyle. I was like, you kidding me?
Yeah.
These people are doing down loops with this. Like, how much have they got the technique down to actually drill themselves downwind? Like, way more speed than a cable park, you know? Like
I never saw the need for the down loop tricks. That's, I respected it for sure. It's one of those ones where it takes some big balls to do that, but yeah, it's hard to make look good. And
here we go then on the screen.
A little unnecessary.
Front blind mode. And that wraps things off for that first final. Craig, I'm just going to go to the little boys' room.
Easy does it there for Bebe. All right, well, Lou's running off to the loo here, as he calls it as well, as they say in the UK. We're going to be waiting for the women's finals to come up here. And yeah, let's see how it goes for, we have Mika Sol, we have Francesca Bagnoli, I think Claudia Leon, and Pippa Van Ursel. Oh, here we go. We're back in with Lewis here.
Cool, that was embarrassing, walking up to relieve my, go toilet, let's put it like that. And everyone's saying, why can't
Oh, there's 7 tricks.
Yeah, that's what we weren't told. So that kind of makes most of the things I've said irrelevant, because people are still in this that I'd said are out. So sorry about that. Oh, mode 5 from Coccoluto. What did he need? Let's get back on this.
He needed 8.37 for first and a 5.65 for second.
Yeah, he'll have that for sure. So, sorry, mate. The rotation lock not on my damn iPad. Here we go. So, whilst I walk up there, like, what are you doing up here? There's still another trick. We weren't told that. Usual stuff.
I thought I had a little break and got on my phone for a second.
Yeah, I was like, oh, hopefully Craig's onto that. And they're like, we haven't heard him. Like, we haven't heard him yet. So, yeah, Coccoluto's going to go up... or will he? 5.65, yeah, he needed that. Will replace his back mobe. That's going to put him up there. And there's Liam Whaley. What a moron. How do you get something like that wrong? Will take me a few days to get over that one. I'll think about that on the drive, Craig. I've misinformed you all online there, and I apologise.
No stress, Lewis. We've forgotten about it already.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm glad you guys have. 6.47 with that back mode 5 puts him up in the tops here. And Whaley crashed his 6th trick, which we thought didn't matter, but it did matter, Craig. And I do apologise if you were screaming at your computer back home. That's what I do when I hear bad commentary. I get real angry.
So we have Coccoluto just popping up ahead of Whaley now into second place. He did end up getting a 6.47 for that Mobe 5.
Needs a 6.61, Liam Whaley, and he'll go for the Mobe 5 as well. Here he goes. What a pressured situation this is, that you've joined us at the Mondial de Vent here with South 20 minutes on the beach of Port Leucate, as we have a southerly blowing of 35, possibly more knots coming in. Riders are on anything from 6 to 8 metre kites. Probably not even 8, 7s. And if you have just joined us online, via the Facebook page or on YouTube, a big welcome to you. Sponsored by Capital.com, this live stream. They're doing a great job. Thanks to Lip Sunglasses and, of course, Case Productions. Big moment here then. Liam Whaley needs a back mode 5, we think, he's going to go for, to try and put himself into the final. Nice takeoff.
No.
It's only a mobe.
No.
It's a devastator, Craig.
That is. It's tough to see. The conditions are hard. He's done that trick a million times. Harsh one there for Liam Whaley.
Yeah, and it was Coccoluto then who just wow, look at his last 2 tricks here. Chromo 5 and they've got that down as, hold on. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't a Chromo 5. It just comes under another line on my iPad here. So the last 2 tricks were... His
last 3 tricks were all really solid though. That Chromo 5
and a back mode 5, which, so yeah, the last 3 tricks, good. He's actually done really well here. He's only had 1 crash, so... And
solid riding from Coccoluto, and that Chromo 5 off the kicker is probably one of the better tricks I've seen today. And it's something a little bit different as well.
Yeah, he's demonstrated, I think he deserves to be in the final, but not that Liam's had a bad heat.
No, not at all, and Liam's been really shredding and training hard as well. I know with all the guys back in Bonaire, I saw some video of these guys free riding. It's just good to see Liam back feeling good on his board again and ready to go for another world title.
In the meantime then, on your screens right now, that looks like Carlos Mario. So are we missing some scores on here? Because he should be last a trick, as far as I'm aware. Oh no, Sestesura.
Yeah, they're just
oh no,
coming
he
in
is
a bit
last a
late.
trick. They're just coming in a bit late to us here. So it's Carlos Mario to wrap this heat up. There's Cockoluto on the beach. What's Mazza going to do for us? G-Maz there. And now we go to C-Maz. It's a mega loop. There it is, Ewan. Nice technique from Carlos Mario.
Easy.
Sticks it clean, demonstrating his big air skills. 50% of that semi were at King of the Air. What does that say about big air becoming, you know, part of their repertoire? Wonder what he's going to get for that. Ewan, what do you think he should score for that, or any of you big air fans? Just bear in mind that Liam Whaley's kite lead got a 6.57. It was much bigger. 7 tricks, Olaf. I understand now, I've been told, yeah. All right, so straight from... This is coming straight from the Olaf's mouth, and this is, we're going to send out the losers final as we see some lovely scenes from Gianmaria Coccoluto from Italy, who's made the final with that incredible finish. Big moment there, Craig.
Yeah, stoked for them. Good to see the team down on the beach. I see Noe Font hanging out, showing some love along with his coach, Fabio, and nice to see Fran coming in, giving him a big hug. Duotone fam.
He's a cool guy, Noe Font, isn't he?
Yeah.
Real cool guy.
Definitely a creative character in the kiteboarding scene. It'd be cool to see Noe do some of these events, and I know he's the sort of guy who would come and definitely show a few different tricks and just, I think, open up minds into what could be done in a heat. And yeah.
There we go. That's nice little reflection of that. Mazza with the C-Mazza with the 27.8, and that's as far as I got until it went away. Coccoluto on 25.94. Liam Whaley 25.11, so there was not much in that at all at the end of the day. There was 0.83 in that one. 0.83 to get to the final. That was a toughie. Called a toughie, and he gets congratulated there. Nicely branded as well there, Craig. Like that, yeah. You know, true professional as he comes up to congratulate Liam Whaley. So we go for a break now, and then we will be sending out the small final. So do stick with us on the Facebook and the YouTube, and we'll see you very shortly.